Remember that time when you got an electric shock from an electric socket, and then some moments after you start to avoid electrical appliances after that experience you had? That was you experiencing a fraction of the condition called PTSD. What if I told you that that simple practice of you avoiding an electric socket after you got electrocuted could be a medical condition? This medical condition is what we call PTSD. What is PTSD, you might ask? First of all, PTSD in full means post-traumatic stress disorder. And this is an anxiety disorder caused by exposure to stressful, frightening, or distressing events such as wars or natural disasters or serious accidents. So in this video, I'll be talking about signs that you can see in yourself or in others. There will be a pointer to the fact that post-traumatic stress disorder is going on in you or in that person. Yeah, the first sign I'll be talking about is recollection of distressful events. So you see yourself having flashbacks either in form of images or in form of thoughts or even dreams about these stressful events. And to top it all, you don't only have these flashbacks, but you also feel like you are re-experiencing these stressful events. That is a great sign that you are having or going through PTSD. The second thing is anxiety. Anxiety when you are exposed to things that remind you of these stressful events. So let's say the stressful event was a car crash. Then you see yourself getting anxious at the sight of motor cars or at the sight of the road. So you see the car, you are all sweaty, all nervous, your heart is pounding, beating very fast, you are shaking, you are going through anxiety, you are experiencing anxiety at the sight of things that remind you of this car crash. Then that's a sign that you are going through PTSD or you are experiencing PTSD. And this will lead to the third one, which is avoidance. The third sign is avoidance. So you avoid this. You see yourself avoiding strictly the cars. Now, based on the example I gave some seconds ago, the car crash, you see yourself avoiding cars or avoiding the road at every chance you get. You prefer to fly with an helicopter from your street to the next street because you are just too anxious about the thought of being on the road because you have PTSD associated with having a car crash. The fourth sign that you might be having PTSD is that you have partial amnesia. Amnesia means memory loss. So you see yourself not able to remember events concerning that car accident, that car crash. Your brain suppresses these bad memories just as a coping mechanism for you, just for you to cope with that stress. So if you see that people are talking about events concerning stressful things you experienced, maybe a disaster or a very bad war or an accident, a car crash, or the loss of a loved one. If you see people talking about events surrounding those negative occurrences and you find that you can't remember them, then this could be a sign that you might be experiencing PTSD. Yeah, the next sign, the fifth sign, is the feeling of numbness. That feeling you have, like you are zoning out before you finally fall to sleep. Yes, that's what I mean by feeling numb. So now imagine yourself now experiencing this zoning out when you are fully active, you are fully awake, you are in the midst of your friends, in the midst of people. That is you feeling numb. So if you find that you are feeling numb in the presence of people after a very sad thing has happened to you, a very negative thing has happened to you, then you most likely are experiencing PTSD. The sixth and final sign that you might be going through a post-traumatic stress disorder is anhedonia. Anhedonia is a condition whereby you are unable to experience pleasure. So pleasurable activities, going out with friends, doing your favorite activities, going to parties, all these things, you don't find them as pleasurable as they used to be, then this could be a sign that you have PTSD. PTSD is very common to everyone of every caliber and status. So it's something no one can avoid. But what you can do when you see that you've experienced something that is very painful, very, heavy in your heart, try and be with people, try and talk to people, try and, express how you feel to people, and remind yourself that this period will soon pass. When I was about making this video, I wasn't in the best of mood. Not that I had a very negative experience per se, but that low moment of your life. But I just had to encourage myself that everything will be fine. So I'm telling you to tell yourself that everything is going to be fine. So that negative thing that happened to you is going to be over soon. You are going to, have a reason to smile again. So be happy, pull up yourself, be encouraged, and also don't forget to stay psyched. Cheers!